Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the second recap of FRA. Devon, we kind of lied and did not really follow through on how many we'd actually be doing.
Yeah. But
Uh,
it's all good. We're doing it now,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I think it's probably a little bit better, honestly, that we have more events and then come back to it at the end. Uh, let's talk about how many events have we had since? Let's see, we did
Five.
Minneapolis. We covered that, so we don't gotta cover that. We already know what happened there.
We've done five since Minneapolis.
Five since Minneapolis, so we've had five events. So that's six events in total. We are 2/3 of the way through the season. We only have three more stops. Let's talk about stop number two, which was in, I believe it was,
Detroit.
Detroit. That track was, that track was rough.
I personally don't really like that track. Um I don't Max doesn't like that track. There's a number of guys who just don't like that track.
Dude, I didn't even like the track.
Yeah, but you said it was all right. The track crew was Yeah, no, I don't know what the track crew was doing for the first two, three events of the season, but man, did they drop the ball.
Yeah, Detroit. The problem with Detroit is it's a big floor, but it's very small.
Yeah.
And the ramps that they made were just way too over the top. I hope you guys appreciate the thumbnail of War Wizard flying through the air. It just kind of happened. Uh, no, Detroit was rough
Yeah.
in terms of just the competition overall. Racing winner was Max, so Max was looking to be undefeated in racing. Uh,
I,
it was
I
close.
just love, I just love how he goes. I hate this track, and then goes out and wins racing on it.
Yeah, that happens. I mean that happens later out throughout the season. Freestyle though.
He doubled down. I mean, well, I wouldn't call it a genuine double down. He tied with me for first place,
Yeah, and we don't have any
but
more tiebreakers because the last few seasons we did, they were kind of controversial, and it makes the competition a little bit more interesting when we just let the ties happen, so people have a chance of getting more points. There was a lot of ties that happened throughout that night. So the top two for freestyle, because they had to share the trophy, was Max and Bounty Hunter, and you and Gravedigger, and then tied for second was Maximum Destruction and Batman, so Donald and Christian. And then we had the newcomer Spider-Man come out and get third place with a 30.
yeah, he shocked me, man. I know he's not really known as a racer, but I've heard rumors of him freestyling, and sometimes can throw on some of the best runs. And it proved it that he definitely proved it that night. He came out, got third place. I mean, it's really like fifth place because of all
Yeah.
the ties, but he got the points as if he was in third place. But man, he impressed the hell out of me. And another tie that happened was Hydro and Marcelo. Hydro, of course, driving War Wizard, and Marcelo, of course, driving Bad Habit for I think the third or second season in a row.
This is the third season because he drove Bigfoot season one and then has been in Bad Habit ever since. Marcelo had a great run looking in Detroit and it ended early. That's why he got 29. And then next was Escalator with 27.
Our only female driver getting um, a 27 Escalade. She's been driving that black body all season long, except for one event, I think, where she drove the white body, which I kind of like the white body, but the purple always has, the black has that purple underglow that you and I really love. So that truck will always have a spot in my heart. But the next person following up
Yeah.
Cassidy, Tim,
Uh,
let's talk about it with a 25
uh,
coming in.
I remember this very greatly because I almost had one of the coolest saves on the season. If I could figure out how to how to get the thing working, I would.
Yeah,
Um,
but let's also talk about this, Tim. You were driving a truck that you weren't really used to just yet. It was your second time driving that truck, and going out and getting what? Well, let's see, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh place in freestyle. Not bad, especially with a score of a 25. Where all season long we've seen scores up in the 30s, which is our highest scoring point season yet.
I might have figured it out. Oh, I did! I figured it out! Let's go! Sorry, I was really quiet. I figured out how to get to. If you look on the stream, I think I have it all figured out now.
There you go.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right, folks, we can finally show you highlights. And this will be great when we do the award ceremony. All right,
Yeah.
so once we're doing that, I'll just put it to there, and then when I find the clip, I'll show it. No, Detroit was very rough on all the drivers. If you guys notice throughout the season, our show flow gets a lot better. And then some events, they seem longer, but that's just because we have a lot more drivers. The drivers that we have had, like, the attendance has been amazing so far.
Minneapolis, we had 13 people show up. Detroit dropping down 1, going to 12. Going back to 13 in Orlando. New Orleans, we had 15 or 16 drivers. Tampa, there was only 12, 14.
You'd have to count the bracket or something.
Oh, yeah. Let me
Tampa.
see. Going to
No, Tampa. We
Orlando.
had a lot. I thought Orlando
Tampa, yeah,
wasn't a
here we
whole
go.
lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 drivers.
Yeah.
Going to Philadelphia, we had
The big-
2, 4, 6, 8, 10,
Thanks, John.
12, 14, and 16 drivers. So each event, we're getting more and more drivers. San Antonio is our next stop, which, Tim, I'm looking forward to. This track is gnarly, man.
Absolutely. It's gonna be a good event. I think I got it working now. Let me see. Yes, I do. All right. So, Devon, if you
Yes.
look on the stream, this was the most unfortunate crash almost save I've ever had. This Digger 18 is such a hard truck to really get going. It's a good thing I saved it, though, for what happened later, which we'll show that too. I almost had it, Devon.
Look at this.
Unfortunately, that mount is in the way, but you can kind of see what's happening. I almost had it, and then I tried getting into it, and the truck just ended up tipping overall.
There we go, over rotating, and over he goes.
Love to see it. Let's get to the highlight, though. The fans' favorite part of the night. If the stream doesn't want to be so bad. There we go. The stream, unfortunately, was having a lot of problems. Devon, you live?
Yeah.
I'm hearing monster truck noises when the stream is
No.
muted.
That's our background. Stream is muted.
Stream is not muted.
Oh well, it's our background. We're
Yeah.
you and I are already.
Yeah, here,
already here.
dude. Yeah, so that was, I don't know what that was. No, this was a really cool encore that Devon wanted to do.
Oh yeah.
Thankfully, Digger 18 didn't die in my freestyle, and Devon, you didn't really want to go for points at this track.
No, I really didn't.
Jeez, 18, dude, is so stupid with the air. The air that truck is able to get is ridiculous.
Well, yeah. So I mean, I came out, did my freestyle, did all right, but I was like, you know what? We're not really going for points. I wanted to make sure these fans went home happy, so I coerced Tim into putting our extra digger body on his truck, and he was happy to do it. So we got that encore underway right after
You
freestyle.
freestyled here. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No, you did freestyle here, but you pulled out 16.
Yeah, I did. First time ever driving it, by the way.
Yeah, we got caught in a snowstorm, and this event actually did legitimately get delayed. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think this event was ran on Wednesday.
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't break anything super bad there. Me and you both had a really sick save, though, at the same time.
At the same time, yeah.
I'm sorry the stream is so choppy. It's how the actual recording was, because, again, the snowstorm was really bugging with FRA's crew there. No, this track was definitely rough.
Yeah,
I
go. Tipping it over and then saving it.
Yeah, it's not really... I don't know what you'd call it, a little bit of a pirouette. No, I did a pirouette, that's right.
And then I flipped over right off camera.
Right
thanks
off camera.
to my guys.
I remember
And then you did a pirouette.
This was Donald's favorite part right here.
Yeah, he just screamed, pirouette. Yeah, getting it, riding it out in a wheelie. Tim, where was that in your freestyle, Jekyll?
Well, I don't really know. And then this is where 18's
Listen.
chassis was retired.
Well, yeah, that wasn't a fun night.
Yeah, and
My guys were
18
over
was
there
never seen
helping
again.
you. My guys were over there helping your truck, and then we were like, "Wait, this truck isn't going to be used in forever, so let's just not work on it." So we went to bed.
Literally.
uh,
Um,
anyways, moving.
Orlando.
Yeah, moving on to Orlando.
You were not there.
Our racing there was insane. Uh, Bounty Hunter coming in for a second week in a row, winning racing over Donald. Donald did not have a very easy night. He raced up against Safe Auto Minimizer and then racing against me in the semifinals.
You weren't
In
at Orlando.
Graceville.
No, no, no. You weren't at
Oh
Orlando.
no,
I
no,
filled in
that's
for you,
right.
you silly goober.
That's right. That's right. Shut up. Anyways, so he raced you in the semifinals and then raced against Max in the finals. Oh, eventually coming in second place. But man, you didn't have an easy bracket either.
No.
You went on to race Broken and Avenger, Kill Switch and Batman, and then Donald, who you eventually lost to, and then went on to lose to Max in the finals. But let's look at Max's journey through the bracket, racing up against his teammate Iron Outlaw, going on against Predator, Marcelo, and Bad Habit, and then eventually Maximum Destruction. I mean, just all three of you guys just did not have an easy bracket.
No, and I'm showing Donald's first race because Garrett gave him a run for his money pretty well in the first part. This track was different. We had been running Chicago style and then switching to this really threw the drivers for a loop. You can see Donald, who's a skilled veteran, is even like struggling a bit. Garrett had a great fun box turn, but Donald was able to open up. And that's really where he got the win. And it wasn't by much because look at how wide Donald went. And he had to check himself up.
It's definitely a fast track. It's J-Hook, kind of like Vegas. And then it's J-Hook with an extra 2 turns, you know?
Essentially, yeah. And then we can watch my race with Christian because that one took a while for us to figure that out, which I think is kind of funny. We'll play the clip here. So it's Batman versus Gravedigger. Devon, I tried.
I know, buddy.
I'm in 19 because 20 and 18 were destroyed.
That's my bad. I'm sorry for destroying 20.
Well, I wasn't gonna. I mean, I was already put to be in 19 if I did have to fill in. I have never gone so hard in turns like that before. Because with 18 you can't, and then Batman almost tossed it. Thankfully he didn't. It was just an interesting night overall for racing. I think I can pull up the... So let me see if I can...
Oh, man. Yeah, moving on to Orlando's freestyle.
Max? Just a second. I'm trying to get to the finals for this. Yeah, here we are. The finals was close. Here we are. Bounty Hunter versus Max D. Please? Thank you. There we go. This is the rivalry that I think we kind of had a feeling was going to happen.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if we saw this in the finals at World Finals, to be honest with you. Right here, it's pretty even. Max might have the slight edge, but that Max D is so light. And notice how they both take it different. Donald launches over the ramp. Max slows down to try to get that ground speed back up. Great turn from Max, though. That is one of the best fun box turns I've seen.
That's the thing, is Max braked a little bit to get the ground speed, and they both hit the floor at the same time, but Donald, having that light chassis, had a rebound. Max getting hiked up on that fun box, and then I don't know what happened to Donald. Oh, almost crashing into each other.
Well, Donald also flew it way too wide, utterly giving Max the win. And Max was super happy about it. I can't remember who won freestyle.
It was Max. Max doubled down.
Yeah, Max, the first legitimate double down.
Yeah, again, double downing 2 weeks in a row. Bounty Hunter in first place with a 34. Donald, who got taken out in the finals against Max, came in second with a 33. Hydro and War Wizard with a 32. Predator with a 32. Tim in Gravedigger with a 32. Garrett in Safe Auto with a 31. Agolf and Bulldozer, our first appearance from him, is a 28. Broken in Avenger 25. Marcelo with a 23. Tenacity are an 18. Wow, points really dropped there. Doomsday in Iron Outlaw, which is Elijah. I think no, Elijah's in Spider-Man. Who's Doomsday?
That's Keith.
Keith, there it is. Keith in Iron Outlaw got a 16. Batman Kill Switch with an 11. Zach in Superman did not come out for freestyle. But it looked to be a great race, or a good night of action. Tim, New Orleans.
I'm just showing Max's run real quick, his winning run on Orlando.
Wow, look at that.
Trying to just give you guys an idea of what happened. This track was... A lot of the drivers actually really enjoyed this track because it was a little bit more open than the last ones we'd had.
All right. Time for a little shade. Max, if you're watching, or if you ever watch this, you weren't going to double down if I was there. Just saying.
You've stated that many times.
I've said that, and I will hold by it.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit to my disappointment. I let Devon down. I'm sorry.
Do not. Just don't show it.
No, I'm showing it because I went for it, dude. I'm telling you right now, I could have won.
I know, it was a good run. Just.
Because I had a crazy save, man. Look at this. You just save.
My poor truck.
This is 19. This isn't your truck. Get over it.
My truck for this week.
Well, yeah, it's your backup truck.
Obliterated. Yeah, I absolutely obliterated.
It's not as bad as what I did to it the second time when I went for that hit again. I broke the whole entire front end.
Look, we don't need to talk about it. Yeah, you spent the night fixing that because I was out this week.
Yeah. But yeah, New Orleans. Let's talk about New Orleans, I guess.
New Orleans, our racing winner was you in Gravedigger the Legend. Let's take a look.
The new legend too. I debuted number 12 actually, which is kind of ironically funny.
Let's take a look through your bracket. You had Colt Energy Activator first round. Second round, you went up against Bad Habit. Semifinals, you went up against Maximum Destruction. And the finals, you took on Amsoil Shock Therapy. Let's take a look at Maximum Destruction's bracket journey. He raced up against Scarlet Bandit, taking me out in second round. And Gravedigger racing you, getting taken out. Amsoil Shock Therapy, shock of the night. Let's take a look at his first race. He went up against Bounty Hunter, taking Max out in the first
upset.
round.
Max does not break the record for most consecutive racing wins. Still held by sudden impact. Interesting. This track was interesting racing wise. All the drivers disliked it, including myself. I'd say one of the hardest races I had was Marcelo, which I'm showing right now, because I had him off the gun. But that turn that he got was... I mean, look at how much of the lead he has on me after the first turn. Look at this Devon. He is a full about two truck lengths ahead. And I don't know how, but I brought it back in the turn. I was just trying to make sure that I could... I mean, look at how close.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone with so much speed come in. Marcelo kept it, too. He didn't absolutely trash the truck. No, the hardest race, though, was without a doubt Amsoil.
Yep. Yeah.
No doubt about it. Let me pull up the race here. Here's the race. Logan is a great racer. He's proven it before, like in Wrecking Crew at World Finals. I think it was 2.
We don't need to talk about that.
No, I'm just saying, it's not about that. I'm just saying, like, Logan defeated a lot of people that
don't
we
need
thought.
to talk about it.
And Logan in Amsoil, though, has a full-time ride this time. And, man, he had me. Look at this. How many times did drivers have me in the first turn?
A lot, because you suck.
Look at this. He's got an even bigger lead than Marcelo did. And then I mean, dude, it comes down to that last turn where I was able to put down the power and just get lucky. I mean, look at that.
That rebound you got was insane. And if Logan didn't hike up, and eventually one wheel, I think he would have had you
Yeah,
that
he
race.
clipped that car, and I think that's really what got him because he tried checking up, and then the truck absolutely exploded.
Yeah. Well,
Gravedigger 12. We haven't seen that truck since when?
Bryant
Uh,
drove it. Drove it.
yeah, when
Oh.
Bryant drove it. No, we saw it once in a overseas show driven by Tenacity when
Oh,
she
that's
drove
right.
it,
That's right. Yep.
but that wasn't broadcasted. So the last time it's been on televised was, um, shoot, no, Donald I think streamed it, but it wasn't like a full wide broadcast
Yeah. I think it was only
televised
two
event.
certain states. But yeah, man, he going back to Logan, taking on War Wizard in the next round in the semifinals, eventually beating Hydro, who raced Danny first round,
That's another thing we
Tenacity
need to
second
talk
round.
about is the return of Danny.
Danny is here, and
His
Danny is
freestyle.
fierce.
How
His
long did he hold
freestyle
that?
game.
How long did he hold that lead? Let's just watch
Uh,
his run. Cause
let's
like,
let's watch that run, and I will be able to tell you how long he held that lead in just a second.
and Devon, I know you were super excited to see Danny return in one of your old trucks, Blue Thunder.
Yeah, and
It's a new
my truck.
chassis. It's not your chassis, but I mean, it's still a name. But in the new chassis, dude, Danny was looking amazing in this truck. Danny's been on a tear too ever since he came back.
I mean, just insane.
I mean, the momentum. This track was a lot bigger, like
He held
ramp
it all
wise,
the way until Marcelo.
and I've never seen someone more happy to take the lead. Did Marcelo end up winning at New Orleans?
He ended up winning his first win of
Freestyle
the
event,
season.
yeah. Last time he won anything was actually in season one in Bigfoot at West Leb. So
Wow.
Marcelo had gotten. Do you remember how many times he'd gotten so close to taking the freestyle win?
Uh, Not on my hand. Not on both hands.
Yeah, I mean Marcelo.
Marcelo's just having the worst luck when it comes to that type of stuff. But eventually, here in New
Look at
Orleans,
that cross thread. Jeez.
taking out all the drivers. And let's not forget, Danny introduced us to a hit nobody knew about.
He did.
Yeah, that huge cross thread
Oh yeah, and
onto the
then
red bus.
this walking it across the whole track. Like what? I don't understand.
Look at that. Just insane. You know, I won a World Finals championship in this truck, but I don't remember if I won any season events during in this truck. But Danny coming out here and he's well under his way. I just think if he doesn't go first every week or early every week,
Oh,
I think he'll be able to win an event. Look at that. Just
this,
insane.
we need to show the winning run though, because I think this is one of Marcelo's best performances ever.
Yes, without a doubt.
We had a lot of trucks in New Orleans too, if I can recall. Yeah, Chase was even there.
Yep.
Keith, and here's the winning run. Marcelo, starting off with a beautiful wheelie off the black car. Sorry it didn't show. I'll rewind it a little bit.
Beautiful. Into the next truck or into the next stack.
Walked it all the way.
But yeah, driving that black one, which we haven't seen all season long.
No, he's been running. I just am too lazy to change the body for him. It's the 2009 one that he put on for World Finals 3. And then he said I should switch it back after, and I just went, no, you're just going to run the black one for full season. He went, all right.
Nice.
So I know you guys can't see it, but I can. But it's kind of cool. This truck's really kind of gotten its own persona with Marcelo driving it.
Yeah.
Marcelo is
Well,
one of the very few people that has a scheme for each World Finals, which I like. That was... Can we talk about this hit? Pass vertical.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Just insane.
Unreal. Marcelo had... His momentum was there, the technicality,
Yeah,
and everything.
let's go back to what you just said. He's one of the few drivers who does a theme every World Finals. There's a number of drivers who do it. Uh, let's just say I'm planning on doing a little something with Gravedigger this season. But Tim, I know you've got something planned or up your sleeve. Those donuts were unreal. Um,
Crazy save.
But I'm excited to see what Marcelo does with Bad Habit this season. I'm hoping he goes with a little dark red.
Oh, that
Yeah,
air. One of the very few people to launch it off that hard because that rebound, as you can see, is kind of what got him there. Pass vertical again. Kind of walked the wheelie too, which was sick.
let's talk about that rebound, as Max would say, spoingy.
Spoingus, yes. Um, no, this track was not my favorite, just in terms of how it handled.
I love this track.
It was fun, without a doubt. That was a cool cross there. Look at the speed. And then he kept it.
Marcelo is our only out of country driver
Yeah, from Chile. And ended it
who
off
comes
beautifully
over.
with some
Who,
sick donuts.
let's talk about that, Tim. He goes home, works on his truck, flies back out after spending some time with his family every week to come out and put on a show for these fans.
Yeah, I mean, it's
But
just
Tim,
unreal what this guy does.
Tim, I don't know if you've heard the rumors, but I definitely have. Somebody may or may not have said that, unfortunately, Marcelo is thinking about hanging up the helmet.
Yeah, he's definitely considered it. Also, hello, Danny. Danny's talking in the stream. Hi, Danny. Sorry to cut you off there. I just noticed that Danny was in here. Was in the stream talking. No, yeah, Marcelo. I know he's not wanting to retire, but he's definitely thought about it. I don't think at the moment though he's planning on doing such. Is he? No. Right?
What?
I don't think Marcelo's planning on retiring within the next 2 seasons at least.
I really hope not. He's definitely one of my favorite drivers to watch go out and race and freestyle. He's great in both. I know he's got a number of victories over me in racing, and I think I have a very few over him. But let's talk about Tampa. Our racing winner is actually in the chat, Danny Werewolf.
Let's
Take a
talk
look.
about this matchup that happened though.
Yeah.
Devon. Can we
Wow!
talk about this?
Wow! Couldn't say my name.
No, I
We've been
couldn't.
friends for how
Stutter.
long?
That's not important. Let's talk about this race, Devon. Max D versus Gravedigger. The first time you
Yeah.
two finally meet up
Yeah.
in the bracket, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Tampa was rough. Our track crew did a horrible job. Look at how not even the line is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to fire some of the track painters for that one.
Listen, they need jobs. Anybody's
You were
looking to
great
paint
though
the
in
track.
Tampa,
Yeah,
and
the-
you smoked Donald.
the track really held up well for me. The truck held up well for me, and I was excited when they called my name after Donald and I raced.
Here's the next
What?
race.
Let's take a look at.
Amsoil taking out Tenacity and Escalade. The white
Yep.
body.
Yep, the one time she ran it. Let's take a look at Blue Thunder's journey through the racing
Yeah, sorry you
bracket.
guys seeing the 5 seconds. It's just easier than trying to switch the screen over.
Danny he didn't have a great time in qualifying. He ended up taking the 14th seed overall.
Here we go.
His first race
Blew
was
Marcelo off the line.
Hydro.
Yeah, which was so heartbreaking because this is Hydra's home show.
Home show, taking out the hometown hero. Next race, he took out Marcelo Bad Habit.
Danny had a bit of a
Superman.
bobble though in the race against Marcelo.
Superman making his first semifinals appearance where Danny eventually took him out. Then racing up against Shock Therapy and taking out Shock Therapy. But Danny is just super fast that night around this track, even with the 14th seed. I mean, we've seen it in World Finals.
He barely got Zach because Zach had him at
Zach
the
definitely
final
had
turn. If you watch the semifinals race, Zach has him right here because look at how wide Danny is. And then
I
Zach
think-
unfortunately messed up and corkscrewed. No, the final race though, Logan, second week in a row, making the finals, getting so close, but yet was so far. Danny was locked down though in Tampa.
Yeah,
He's
definitely.
continued the streak of winning in Tampa. Gonna mention another series that runs TLG the long game. He had won in Tampa for season 1 of TLG, took out sudden impact in the finals executioner, and clearly Danny is very fond of the Tampa fans and is able to continue winning. Look at this. Logan has a slight lead. Danny has to get this turn perfect. And my goodness, does he. And then Logan, again, having kind of the same problem, has to check up and goes off the side of the racing lane. Overall, giving Danny the win. Let's talk about our freestyle winner at Tampa, though.
Yep, we shall do that. It's you.
It is? Oh, shoot. I forgot.
It is you. And I came in...
History was
pretty
made
much live.
at Tampa, also, in terms of freestyle. If you want to talk about that, Devon?
No.
Yeah, you do, because I'm not talking about my own run. That's weird.
Why not? Why is it weird?
It's just weird.
I mean, you threw down, dude. There was no
Got
way
the highest
around
score
it.
Donald's ever given out.
Throw down. Did you?
Yeah, Donald's never given out a 9 for momentum. Ever.
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever.
Dude,
I mean, for some reason, you went out there and just went.
I had no plan.
I don't think you ever have a plan, Tim.
I don't, and it sometimes... Digger 12 is held up for me like a gem, dude.
Oh, well, I've heard some rumor. Well, I mean, I know the rumors because I'm your trailer buddy, but you want to talk about what you're doing in San Antonio?
Let's just say we don't know if Digger 12's there or not. We don't know.
Oh man, but yeah, this night in Tampa, you just popped off. I didn't have a great run in Tampa. I wish I did, but I didn't.
This was scary.
Well, I mean, what is it scary when you're out there freestyling?
Well, I'm also in one of the heavier freaking trucks, one of the oldest chassis actually that's out there on the fleet. This track was good though. I mean, a lot of the drivers loved it because there's a lot of open space, opportunities for big air.
Yeah, but so was the next track.
The next track's ridiculous.
I mean, but let's talk about Tampa though. I mean, one of the best shows FRA has ever put on.
Look at all the seats are filled.
I mean, our Tampa fans are always there, but I think these drivers this night knew that we were in Tampa and they showed up and really just threw down. I mean, every single driver got a huge score. There's only a few drivers, unfortunately, I'm one of them, who got a score below 30. I think 1, 2, 3, only 4 drivers out of, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 4 drivers out of 16 drivers got below 30, Tim.
Jeez.
I mean, just insane freestyle night here.
Yeah,
and for you to come out on top was just, it was...
In the oldest truck.
It brought a little tear to my eye because we're trailer buddies, but, next season if you decide to go somewhere else with a new truck, just know that I'm not going to cry for you if you win.
Yeah. I mean, I do want to talk about one thing that happened in Tampa during my run. This was a painful landing. Devon, I know you love the save because I pocketed it over the blue bus, but the way that truck whipped around was not good. It hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Gave me a bit of a jolt. And then, Hydra is the one who came up with the idea, tried it, didn't work out for him. And, well, I get to be the one to say it. First ever backflip in FRA competition.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Digger 12 is not supposed to do that. That truck should not be able to for how old it is.
No, I mean, the only reason why we allow this, Tim, let's break kayfabe a little bit. Jacksonville is not made, and if the one that is made, it's horrible. It sucks.
Yeah.
So this show was the closest to Jacksonville. We found a good spot to do it off of, a fair spot to do it off of, and so we allowed our drivers to do this.
And it was realistic because I was the only one who landed it, so it worked out in the end.
Yes, and Danny, no, you haven't placed second in every freestyle so far. Here in Tampa, you ended up getting fourth place due to all the ties. But let's move
Wow,
on.
we have a lot of
Tim.
people in the stream, like a lot of drivers that are watching.
Yes,
Kill
we
Switch
do.
has been running with an injury the whole season, which is very fascinating to me
Yeah,
at least.
definitely.
Jerry
Well,
R, shout out to Jerry R. What's up, Jerry R? Always
well,
commenting.
let's talk about Philly. I mean,
Another fantastic
another
event.
fantastic night. Yeah,
These
I mean,
drivers have been
just
stepping it up, dude. I'll tell
I
you
mean, just
what.
insane. I mean, again, there was only one, two, three, four drivers who didn't get a 30. God, I mean, okay. So let's talk about our racing winner first of all. Logan and M's oil shock therapy
Your
taking
first
out
ever
Chase.
finals.
Yeah, yeah. Well, taking out Chase in the brand new woman monster truck, monster mutt.
What's
Taking
funny,
out.
Matt?
Oh no, I'm looking at maximum. Sorry. Logan's journey. He took out Tenacity in the first round. Taking out Marcelo in the second round. Taking out Donald in the semifinals, and then eventually taking me out in the finals.
And we'll
My
recap that.
my journey through the bracket. Let's go. I took out Predator first round. Took out Danny due to some electrical issues in the second round. Took out Hydro in the semifinals, where I eventually lost to Logan in the finals. Um, Tim,
Jeez.
do you want to talk about your racing performance?
I don't want to talk about it. It was really disappointing.
It's not really disappointing when you lose to Danny.
I know, but then his truck had problems. That's sad.
Yeah. I mean, if you look back on the stream, I kind of bobbled in that second turn, but it was just no match for
Who won
Logan.
freestyle here?
The freestyle winner was Superman and Gravedigger,
Right.
which led to some
I'll
unfortunate
let you talk about
events.
that.
So, as we all know, the series and the tour can get very competitive, especially when it comes to points. And now that we're not doing tiebreakers, the one thing that we do get irritated about, or something happens, it could lead to some unfortunate events where it fell into the pits. Zach, the guy running the time clock in the stadium while I was out freestyling, I couldn't see the timer out on the track while I was out there freestyling, so I didn't know where I was in time, and so not doing everything that I planned led to some very angry talks in the pit area, where Zach and I kind of had an argument. Tim, Donald had to separate us, get us calmed down, and we were on the verge of suspension and on the verge of having our World Finals spot taken away and being forced to compete in the Young Gun Shootout.
Yeah, Devon,
Fortunately,
I'll let you talk about that. I am not one to get mad. You want to talk about how mad I got at you guys? That was. I'll let you explain that. I'm a very hard person. I'll let you explain how I am.
Yeah.
Behind the
So,
scenes.
there are a number of people that are very humble and they're very easygoing in this league, which is a lot of the reason why every time they ask me to do this league, I come out from my hometown and run whatever truck they want to give me for that season. As you know, Tim, I've driven 4 different trucks now, but you and I and Zach, Danny, we're all very, very humble people. When it comes to losing, when it comes to winning, it doesn't matter. We're very easygoing. We don't get mad at little stuff. But this night was it was I guess special circumstances. I was very mad. Zach was very mad, and in turn, with us just screaming and yelling at each other, it caused you to get mad. And folks, when I tell you that Tim is the most easygoing, just just insanely nice host of tours, I'm telling you, he's the nicest guy to run with. And for him to get that mad and to see him that mad because of what I and Zach did, it kind of made me feel kind of crappy. And I know it made Zach feel kind of crappy. Zach and I are definitely okay now. We came back. We showed up for San Antonio. We're actually here in San Antonio now doing this
You guys are laughing, having a
recap.
beer with each other, for goodness sake, earlier
Yeah,
last night.
we were having some fun. We were playing cards and just talking, but it just goes to show you how competitive us drivers get throughout the season, and when we're out on the track, especially. But when we're out in the pits, we're usually friends. This night was just not that night, but sharing the victory with Zach was me in Gravedigger. Coming up in second place was Danny with 35. Gravedigger tying with Danny for second place with a 35. Colt Energy Activator with a 34. Maximum Destruction tying with Colt Energy for third place with a 34. War Wizard and Hydro tying with Kill Switch and Garrett Hansen with a 32. Predator with a 31. Amzol Shock Therapy with a 30. Iron Outlaw, given our first score below a 30, was a 29. Bad Habit with a 24. Monster Mutt with a 20. And Avenger with a 15. Very good night of action, and it just goes to show you that these last two events has just been insane.
With us winding down to the end of the season, sorry to cut you off. Tensions are gonna get a lot higher. The patience with everyone's gonna get a lot thinner, and even though that I was mad, I think I was still relatively calm and collected for the most part.
Yeah, you were.
It was more so, like, I wasn't even mad. It was more so just a concern to get Devon and Zach in the right mindset, because although, yes, I do, breaking kayfabe, I do own the server of FRA. I kind of do everything. I still have my co-hosts who make the decision. Unfortunately, Devon,
Yep.
you couldn't have an input. Our other co-host, Donald, was ready to throw out those suspensions.
Yeah. Donald is another one of those guys that it's very hard to get mad, and when he does, he wants to
mean
make sure you know that he's mad. And throwing out those suspensions was really to let Zach and I know that he was really mad that things like that went down.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where you kind of have to take it. I mean, both of you guys had to take what we told you guys with a grain of salt. I mean, I'm one of those people, Devin. I try to kind of be neutral in whatever argument there is. I always try to make sure everyone's happy. At that point, dude, you both had to take what I was telling you guys with a grain of salt, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, whatever the case is, we do warn you guys that if this kind of stuff does happen, doesn't matter what role, doesn't matter how good friends we are, it will come down and bite you in the ass.
But at the end of the day, it's all love for. I mean, all these drivers is all respect and love for each other. I mean, brotherly love, not like that. Unless there's some secret bromance behind the scenes I don't know about.
Well.
But San Antonio, we're here. We're ready to rock. We got one of the crew chiefs out and just a standard truck. Gonna show how racing goes, Devin. If you want to hop in the booth with me and cover this as we've switched over. We've never had this racing style before. The drivers are very excited but nervous. I need to turn down those truck sounds. Hold up. Our mic is a little too close to that. All right, there we go. Devin.
So, the one thing that our crew chief is out there explaining or showing you guys is this is not how you're going to line up for racing. You are not going to have your tire so far over this line. What we want you to do is to line up to where you have an angle, or you can line up straight, but as long as your back wheel is touching that line, you should be all right. We're going to be pretty lenient of how you line up here. As long as your front wheel is on the line, your back wheel's on the line and not crossing the line, you will be okay.
Yeah, because we don't want someone having the easiest entry into, what we're calling paperclip style. Devin, I think our crew chief is he's put his thumbs up. I mean, he can go whenever, I guess. We got a radio hooked up to him. As you can see, you go around this, you don't get a penalty for hitting the car at all. This track is going to be rough on these drivers.
Definitely. So you come around the red berm. If you're facing the yellow berm, you're going to come around the red berm first. You're going to jump that little pod, and then you're gonna come around for the yellow berm turn, and you're gonna
That's
hit
it.
the other little pod, and that'll be it for racing. God, he got a little bit of air going off that.
Basically, the lane that you face when you start is going to be the last turn that you do.
Yeah,
So you only have 2 jump hits. I think the hardest part is going to be getting out of that little berm area, dude.
yeah.
Now, crew chief's going to show how the other lane works just for that, just to make sure we have it clear. Devon, what are your thoughts on this track? I know we've gotten a few drivers' responses, and we'll cover those, but what's your feeling on this track, man?
It's definitely gonna be interesting. Oh, he's really flying into that turn. Anyways, it's really gonna be interesting to see how these drivers are gonna take this. Oh, look at that. He's washing out. And just like that, that just goes to show you how easy it is to lose your footing and, lose your sense of track awareness while you're going around these long, wide berms, and then you're going to just launch it over the finish line. Um, but yeah, man, it's just gonna be very interesting to see the style of racing that we have here in San Antonio. I think this is our second to last event before World Finals. So these the last might as well make this track a lot more interesting for racing than the other tracks we've been to. But for my opinion, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be very fast-paced racing. It's going to take a lot of skill to get around those berms and to get out of the berm in the first turn. But to go around those long, wide berms twice, it's definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. You want to talk about the event after? Which we have 2
Oh,
more events after this, which I think is kind of crazy when you really come to think of it.
it's going to be Arlington and Phoenix. Now, I've seen the track layout for Phoenix. Oh, I am excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah, they kind of gave us blueprints for the final 2 tracks, and let me just say Phoenix is going to be interesting if they follow through.
Yeah, well, if they follow through, we don't know where all the extra cars are going to go for freestyle. They haven't given us a freestyle blueprint, but that's just going to make it more interesting. But the track layout by itself, um, without the extra cars on the blueprint, it's already a killer track. I mean, it's
Yeah,
gonna be very interesting. But
I'm
after
excited.
that, World Finals, man, World freaking Finals, and we're going to World Finals 12. God, I can't wait.
And we do know what the track's going to look like for that because we had to finalize that at the beginning of the season.
We had to finalize that at the beginning of the season, and they are out there right now starting to put it together.
Yeah,
It's a
they are
lot of
just now
dirt.
getting the dump trucks there.
Well, it's a lot of dirt, not to mention the track layout that they have, the height dimensions that they have on these pieces of paper. These ramps are going to be huge. There's going to be a lot of ramps, and it just involves a lot of dirt. So they have to start early, and they're going to start early. And I think they said that the night before World Finals or the day before World Finals, they're going to actually go out there and paint the track for us.
Yeah, and Young Guns is gonna. So we're gonna. We don't have a set date for World Finals yet. It's coming up soon. It's just a matter of getting that track ready, and they're gonna fly me and Devon out there, kind of give them some final touches on it. I do know that Young Guns and everything is happening all in one day, but I'm not entirely sure. Devon, if you want to cover that real quick.
Yeah, for the first time ever, we are bringing Young Gun Shootout um, to FRA, and it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. Only 2 drivers can make it out of there. Now, if for whatever reason one driver doubles down and wins racing and freestyle, Tim, I know you and I haven't really talked about this, but there's a rumor floating around that if somebody doubles down, that person will choose the person going to fill that second slot into the World Finals. But if not, then the second place guy will get their slot into World Finals. Um, But yeah, man, I'm excited to see what happens. It's gonna be very, very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll have to talk to with you that actually after this is over. I mean, we're pretty much covered everything. No, you guys have been. I mean, this is to all the drivers and the fans of FRA. You guys have been incredible for season 4. Season 4 has been.
Amazing.
You guys have been amazing. Season 4 has been the best season we've had since season 1, probably.
Oh, I mean, we all know how season 2 and season 3 went.
Season 2 wasn't so bad.
It wasn't bad, but season 3 was just atrocious. And then coming here in season 4, we didn't know what to expect, but goddamn, were we blown away.
Yeah, we had the most drivers we had in season 2, and then season 3 was looking to shape up to be good. Unfortunately, I had a lot of things going on, so people had to keep filling in for me, and there just wasn't much. The events were really bad. I'm gonna be straight up honest. When I was there, not too much craziness happened, unfortunately.
That's why we only put highlights out on the channel.
Yeah, because season 3 was kind of a cluster at the end of the day.
But anyways, I mean, it is what it is, man. It happens. We have good seasons and we have the bad seasons, and the bad seasons, unfortunately, we definitely had in
Season 3.
in season 3.
I'm
Season
just
4 just blown us away. So
I'm
far.
incredibly overwhelmed with how great season 4 has made FRA kind of give it that bounce back entirely, which is awesome.
Without a doubt. I mean, it's it's crazy to think that I came here in season 1 and it was a great season, and then season 2 coming out, was all right. Driving Blue Thunder, got a freestyle championship out of it. Season 3, not so good. Still got a World Finals championship out of it. So that's back to back.
We have the whole entire footage for World Finals, at least for season 3.
Yeah, well, season 4, hoping to get back to back to back World Finals championships, but if not, yeah, Riggs and Rod's history. But if not, then I will take my 2 wins that I've shared with Zach and Max so far, and be a happy camper. At least I got to drive Gravedigger. I don't know if Dennis is going to let me run it next season, but let me just tell you guys a little secret. He's got an amazing body planned for me for Freestyle World Finals, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, I'm incredibly excited too. I don't know if I have a plan yet. I've been thinking of one. I'm just not sure if we're gonna follow through. Don't mind the Coke opening.
Listen, we've been here all day. They told us to get this podcast going.
I'm
We got
thirsty.
the podcast going, and we, yeah. They haven't given us drinks. They finally just brought us Cokes. Well, I asked for a beer, but
We're podcasting. It's not allowed. Well, I can't.
But yeah, man. This recap has been fun.
We might get a special guest for commentary too at World Finals. You have to wait and see.
Hopefully.
You know
But yeah.
Devon. You definitely know him.
Yes, I know. But let's wrap this up, man. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
FRA. We still got practice to go and do, qualifying, all that stuff. So
all that. Yeah, we will catch you guys this coming Tuesday at San Antonio. Be there or be square.
Yeah.
At least not in the turns. Don't be square in the turns. That's not good.
Yeah. Go wide in the turns, please.
Yeah. All right. That has been FRA. It was awesome catching up with you guys on really the kickoff show. We only have one more, and then the kickoff show is going to be kind of the final recap until World Finals, which is going to all happen the same day. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for stopping by and hearing what's happened if you haven't seen all the episodes.